Hi, this is Lucia with The Art of Love. I'm a dating and relationship expert specializing in helping you get your ex back or to get over your ex. This week, I want to talk about significant and insignificant messages you may get from your ex when you are in no contact. People are still confused about which messages they should respond to. So, let's talk about it. But first, I want to welcome back my beautiful no contact army. Please be sure to download my app Silencio to help you stay in no contact. The link is underneath every single video and podcast. And if you too would like to join our no contact army, all you have to do is hit the subscribe button and the bell notification and you're in. And to read our manual, go to nocontactsecrets.com where you can read 2 free chapters before you purchase the book. And of course, the link is underneath every video and podcast. So, when it comes to understanding what is a significant message, obviously I'm not going to know what your ex is going to say, so I can't say, yes, respond to this, don't respond to that. It's more the spirit of the message, the meaning behind the message. Are they humble? Do they express regret? Or is it just about them? If they're humble and they express regret, then you can respond. And if they don't, then there's no point because they may just be fishing to see if you're still going to respond to them if they reach out, or because you're in no contact and they're surprised. So they want to make sure they have access to you. And, sometimes even when they do say something significant, they may back away. So don't feel guilty about not responding because if they do want you back, they are going to reach out again. So let's go over some messages. Okay. So this person says, maybe you can clarify something I'm confused about. I get not responding to insignificant messages, right? But should I actually open the message and show them that I read it and then not respond? Or just don't open the message and ignore it altogether? Great question. I'm sure everyone has this question. So what you can do is you can wait a few days and then open it and then not respond. Or you can wait a few hours and open it and not respond. I do suggest that you open it because otherwise they're going to think that you didn't get it, that maybe they're blocked. So you want to show them that, oh yes, I got your message, but I'm not responding. Okay, this one says, after 2 months of no contact, she texted me, "Hi, I got admission into a prestigious university for higher studies, hoping for the best. Should I respond?" No, this is not significant. She's not humble. She's not expressing regret. It doesn't seem like she wants to get back together. She's just reaching out to see if she has access or to get a response. So no. Another one. "Good morning. I hope you're well, staying cool in this ridiculous heat. I didn't respond. It's been 49 days since we last saw each other and 46 since she broke up with me." She followed with, "Well, I guess you don't want to speak to me. I respect that. Just want to say have a happy birthday tomorrow. I still haven't responded." Okay, so they're going to try that trick of when you don't respond the first time, they might say, "Well, guess you're not responding to me," because they want you to say, "Oh, no, I am responding. I was busy. No. You're right, I'm not responding, and that's why I'm not even going to respond to you saying that I'm not responding. Now, if she hadn't put those 2 messages together, I could have said to him that he could have responded to the happy birthday. But because she said, "You're not speaking to me and happy birthday," then it's like, no, don't respond. But if they reach out and they say happy birthday, you can respond with just a thank you. The next one says, "My ex said he didn't know what he wanted. I gave him space for 6 weeks. Then he reached out with, 'I love you and I miss you and how are you doing?' I took a day to respond. I asked him to prove it or to stop breadcrumbing me. He rang me," meaning he called, "and told me to move on." So even if it looks significant, when you hear "I love you and I miss you," you think, oh, then maybe there's regret. But then he told her to move on. So, maybe not. So it sounds like he thought that she would be easy to get back, and then when she showed that she had standards, it hurt his ego. And he tried to get the power back. So I hope she didn't answer the phone. She didn't say if she did. Again, Do not answer the phone in no contact because you don't know why they're calling. Even if they call 100 times, just put your phone on silent, because if they really had something significant to say, then they would leave a message or they would text. They're just trying to bully you into responding, and you're going to make a mistake when you pick up the phone. You're going to be so surprised to be talking to them. It's so much easier to text because you can take your time and respond with well thought out responses. Okay, this is a good one. So if your ex says, "Do you still love me?" This woman says, or man, I always respond with, "It only matters that you love yourself." Perfect. There's your answer if they text you, "Do you still love me?" What matters is that you love yourself. Yes. Okay. My ex texted me that this will be the last message he's going to send after ignoring his messages and calls for 4 days. He told me he hopes I'll be happy with someone else. I haven't responded. I'm on day 8 of no contact. So I said, he's bluffing. He's feeling anxious and is trying to get you to respond. 8 days is definitely not enough. And especially, again, when someone announces what they're going to do or what they're not going to do, they're usually going to do the opposite. Otherwise, why do you need to announce it? If you're never going to contact her again, why do you need to announce it? He's trying to get a reaction. He's trying to get you to respond because, oh my God, he's never going to contact me again. Oh, I better respond. No. If someone says they're never going to contact you again, don't respond. And they will contact you again. Trust me, most of the time. And in fact, he says that, she goes on to say, "You were right, Lucia. He called me multiple times today and I didn't answer." There you go. Okay, the next one. Okay, so if you get one of these messages, today there was a quote-unquote dirty message from him in the middle of the night about what he wants to do with me. After 6 months of limited contact on business only, I did not respond. I'm not sure what to respond. The next day he sent an apology saying that he drank too much. I didn't respond to that either. And I said, yeah, those were not messages that you needed to respond to. Why would you even think you needed to respond? And she said, well, I wasn't sure if it was smart to totally ignore this and then communicate as usual, as if I've not seen it. Yeah, you don't respond to messages like that, especially if they're sent in the middle of the night where there is a possibility that they are drunk. So you did the right thing. Okay, this one says, my ex texted me and called me and said, "Are you okay?" I never responded. And then she said, well, it's never nice to ignore people. That was 5 months ago, the last time I heard from her. Well, guess what? In no contact, you are going to ignore, because being nice is not going to get you your ex back. All right? The usual rules do not apply when you are in no contact. It's usually the opposite. And in fact, she obviously did not want to get back because 5 months went by. Okay, so after 3 months, he sent a message to call him. Should I call him? No. Is that humble? Is that regretful? Like, he's asking you to call him. If he was humble, he'd say, hey, I'd like to talk to you. Can you please call? Or never mind. Can you please call me? I'd like to talk to you. When can we talk? Right? He's not going to make you call him. So, no, I would say do not respond. And if it's important, then he'll reach out again. Another one. My ex emailed me after a couple of weeks. I guess she means a couple of weeks of no contact, suggesting we go for coffee. But I was still mad and said no. He acted like a jerk. Now it's been a couple of months. Wrong or right move? Right move. You know, if you're still mad, going is not going to help. And then a couple of weeks of no contact, that's way too soon. He may have just been feeling separation anxiety and temporarily missing you, because look, now it's been a couple of months, right? You would have gone for coffee for nothing, thinking that something was going to happen, and then nothing was going to happen. He sent me a happy 4th of July gift after 7 weeks no contact. Well, he wants to know if he still has access to you. So it's 7 weeks. You're in that 6 to 8 week period when you might hear from them. You know, it really depends, because they always reach out on the holidays. It depends. There's so many variables. This is why I say you need to get coaching, because it depends what the reason for the breakup was, and if there's been breakups before, and several other things. So sometimes you can, but if you do respond, just go, oh, thanks, happy 4th to you, or whatever the holiday is. and then you'll see if they try to talk from there and meet up, then they might be interested, but if not, then they just want to know if they have access to you. Okay, I have a few more. So this woman says that she got a message that said, a song came on Spotify. It made me wonder how you're doing. I hope life is going well. Anyway, I think of you often and smile. If you ever want to catch up, I'd be happy to. So this is tricky because maybe they want to get back together and they're just being cool, or maybe they're not. So the only way to know is to ignore it. That's why I say to ignore definitely the first message, because you can only know what their intentions are through their actions. You can't just say, hey, what are your intentions? Why are you texting me? What are your intentions? Do you want to get back together? You can't say that. And so you find out through their actions. And in fact, a client of mine, she got a significant message as a first message, which is very rare, where he expressed regret. But she decided she was not going to respond, and I backed her up with that. I said, okay, no problem, don't respond. And a few weeks later, he sent a little insignificant message. Then he sent another little insignificant message. And then about 5 weeks after the original significant message, he finally sent another significant message expressing regret and wanting to get back together. And then she answered. See, so even if they send a significant message initially, if they really want to get back together, they're going to keep trying, okay? So the people that say, oh, well, if I send a message and they don't respond, I'm going to move on. Well, you're saying that from your logical brain, because right now you're not in that situation. So it's easy to be all cavalier and say, oh, yeah, I'm going to just walk away if an ex doesn't respond. But when you're in it and your emotions are involved and you're not thinking logically, it's the total opposite. You will try again. So if you're not sure whether to respond to a message or not, if you wonder if it's insignificant or significant, well, you can certainly post it below here on YouTube and I'll try to answer as many as possible. But as I said, it's the spirit of the message, the tone. Are they humble, or are they making it just about them, just talking about themselves? And it may take a bit of ignoring for them to finally get the message, oh yeah, I better say something here because they're not responding. If they want you back, trust me, they will do what they have to get you back. I had a client who was ignoring his ex, and she flew literally halfway around the world, from Asia to New York. Is that halfway? And showed up at his door because he was ignoring her messages. All right? If someone really wants you back, don't worry. They will do what they have to. And if they're not putting in the effort and it's not escalating, then they just miss you. They're having separation anxiety. They're being nostalgic. But it doesn't mean they want you back. So if you would like my help personally to figure out whether you should respond to a text or not, or with other aspects of getting your ex back, you can contact me at theartoflove.net. The direct link is below every single video and podcast. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. If you're listening to this as a podcast, please rate and review. And finally, remember that love inspires, empowers, uplifts, and enlightens.